Can you see the stake with the pink ribbon on it? And there's another one over there on a tree that's blue.
Yep.
Now,
Yeah,
here we are at the existing pipeline.
And this is the one that goes through my backyard.
Yeah. Now, this is the edge of the right of way, but they're going to have these two workspaces
On the other side, outside of that even.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
that they
see,
can
they've
work,
got-
and they will clear the trees from that too.
Right.
They've got this post and the one down there. So I'm guessing they're planning to clear all this.
No, that's 50 feet.
It's the really crazy thing about it is I feel like that's got to be what they're talking about when they say it goes along existing right of way. They always say it goes
Right.
along existing right of way, but like
Yeah.
this is existing right of way.
Yeah.
Well, it goes
it's just-
along
Yeah, it goes along, but
the
it
existing
but
right of way. It's not
it has
part
the-
of the existing right of way.
Right.
it's the same impact as clear cutting a whole brand.
It's a whole new pipeline.
Right.
The New York State Department of Environmental Conservation, in a letter to FERC dated August 2nd, 2016, concluded that a full environmental impact statement, EIS, has not been prepared.
We have two watersheds here. This one here, the one goes in up front of the house, and one back here. And this is where clean water comes from clean watersheds.
The DEC should require a full environmental impact statement and much more detail of proposed work and mitigation measures for crossing the protected streams and designated wetlands.
This is how good government works, and it's what we are here for.
And now we've got this new pipeline coming in with potential for leakage, and this water that's running down these little spring runs is palatable. You could drink this water. And you know where it goes? It goes all the way down to the Gulf of Mexico.
Does it go to Dodge Creek next?
Mm-hmm. And from Dodge Creek, it goes into the Olean Creek. The Olean Creek goes in to the Allegheny. The Allegheny goes into the Monongahela at Pittsburgh and forms the Ohio. The Ohio goes into the Mississippi, and the Mississippi goes down
And
to
this
the Gulf
is
of
the
Mexico.
beginning of it all. This is the beginning.
Yes, this
The
is the
headwaters.
life history of a drop of water that fell on my property, and it ends up in the Gulf of Mexico. And I feel that is not, it's not because of me, but I feel that if I protect this land, I'm actually benefiting people from here all the way down to the Gulf of Mexico.
There's been a lot of good comment here, and the more we talk, hopefully there'll be more understanding. There are a lot of angles to look at in this, and I'm not an expert, I'm just a Seneca, live on the Allegheny territory. But it's really important that you understand our position. Indian country in general is against the pipelines.
From here back, this 100 acres back here is, I don't have the freedom of access or the freedom to use it for whatever I want, because they won't let me cross the pipeline only here. The unfairness of it is that they're doing it at the expense of the
Of
poor
course.
people that
Of course.
can't fight them.
Of course.
We bought this place 53 years ago. And this whole area here was clear cut except for the largest trees about 40 years ago. And look how it's come back. And like I say, I've taken firewood out of here for 10 years.
Right.
I left the sugar maples and the cherry and the oak.
This 24-inch wide pipeline would rip through our community and our homes and farmlands, passing a short walk from my house through streams and drinking water for 20,000 people. Yes, our risks are huge.
The compressor stations that use combustible turbines, such as the one proposed for Pendleton and Elma, emit methane, benzene, toluene, formaldehyde, and hydrogen sulfide, which contributes to smog, asthma triggers, and are known carcinogens, which is why we have the highest amount of cancer in the U.S. in Western New York because it's a site to cleanup area.
I am a leukemia survivor, and while there is no way of telling what caused my particular serving of sickness, it is known that toxins from leaking pipelines can cause serious illness, and I do not want to see anyone go through that kind of health ordeal because of this pipeline.
The risk from this pipeline is unacceptable to any caring person.
Oh, how long does it take a tree like this to grow back?
About
200 years.
Yeah, okay, so they grow back in 200 years.
yeah.
The bottom line, Joe, you know what the bottom line is? We don't need this. There's other
That's
ways
right.
to make electricity. There's
Absolutely.
other ways to heat houses. You could build a house that doesn't require fossil fuels or anything to be burnt.
Absolutely. The only reason we need this pipeline is so that somebody can put more money in their bank account.
That's right.
The pipeline proposal will scar western New York from Pennsylvania to the Niagara River and have significant effect on the terrain involving wetlands, streams, home sites, woodland, agriculture, wildlife, and air quality, just to name a few potential features impacted. As we begin reviewing the environmental assessment which has been submitted, it is surprising that a project of such scope does not have and does not require a full environmental impact statement.
We are not in the middle of nowhere. We are a vibrant community, and our community would be used to transport hazardously gas 96 miles to be exported for private profit and not even available to us.
Canada, Ontario in particular, has a plan in place to stop using natural gas for heating, and they're trying to wean off of natural gas, so it doesn't, none of it makes sense.
Right, their plan is by 2030 to use no gas in, I believe, residential or commercial buildings, and then by 2050 to use no combustion fossil fuel heating whatsoever in all of Ontario. That's similar to New York State's plan by 2030 to cut greenhouse gas emissions by 50% and by 80% by 2050.
The numerous pipelines which are proposed for installation in New York State are just plain not needed for any other purpose than to increase the profit margins of the industry and investors.
Many of us are on propane. We don't even get gas to our homes.
Gas usage in Western New York has been totally flat since the 70s because the population hasn't grown and weatherization has improved. We know that the gas isn't necessary in this region or that region. The best we can assume is that the long-term plan is to send it for export to North Asia or somewhere where gas is more expensive.
And if you look into the future, my guess would be that you'll see with me that there are certain social costs.
And very soon we'll be facing eminent domain charges. They'll be summoning us to court. We're going to fight for our land because many of us make our living off of our land.
How long is this gas supply going to last? How long will the pipeline last? Whose responsibility is it when this is done?
It'll be our grandsons, our granddaughters, those who will have to repair the damage that has been done to our lands.
We live in an era of corporate shell games, and I need only speak here of the West Valley Nuclear Recycling Project, Love Canal, the most recent bank bailout, the automobile bailout, and so on. And it was a taxpayer who stepped in after the show was over. And if we take a close look at this, we realize that when this is done, is National Fuel Gas going to step in and pick up a possibly irradiated pipeline that no longer is of any use?
Eminent domain is being used when it is clear that this pipeline project is for the economic gain of national fuel gas and its stakeholders and not for the affected residents or the people of New York State. There is no clear necessity for increased supplies of gas at this time, and National Fuel Gas states that much, if not all, of the gas transported via the NAP would be exported to Canada.
And therefore use eminent domain to take Joe's land here.
Right, yeah.
So why are we using eminent domain to bolster the profits of National Fuel to send gas to Japan where it's more valuable?
So for this pipeline that you're proposing to run through our ancestral territories. We shall defend the waters, we shall defend the animals, we shall defend the birds, to ensure their safety, for it is they who are still continuing to follow through with their original instructions. And it's ours as a responsibility to care for them, to ensure their safety and protect their environment, so that future generations shall have the opportunity to behold the beauty that we see amongst us ourselves today. Amen.